So let's talk about how to increase your sales. Most businesses want to increase their sales. There are thousands of marketing tips and tactics that promise to increase sales. In the end, it comes down to a very simple equation that we'll walk through in this video. Businesses need to make money. Maybe as a new business or seasonal business, there are times when you're not going to make money, but generally businesses need to turn a profit. So let's look at an equation that can help us market to make money. Basically, if your profit is sales less your expenses and you can increase your sales, you can make more money while holding your expenses relatively stable. You can't save your way to prosperity. You may have heard that you have to spend money to make money, and it's very true. On the other hand, I'm not advocating that you should spend like your bank account has no limits, just that you make your marketing budget stretch by doing the right things, not just marketing so that you check something off your checklist. So sales is a function of two different things. One of them is the units that you sell, and the other is price. And we'll talk about the units that you sell in a minute. That's the number of things that you make, the meals you serve, the orders you take, or the hours that you offer your services. But right now, let's focus on price. Are you charging the right price? Is that covering your costs of operating your business as well as making or delivering that product or service? Could you charge more? If you're selling out of products, I would suggest that you're not charging enough. If you're working all the hours that you have, I would suggest that you're not charging enough. Could you charge a little more? You would be surprised. Many small business owners undercharge for their products and services because they don't count their own time when they're looking at the cost of producing a product or administration in the business. Others charge much less than the competition in an attempt to win more business, but they may be losing money on each sale. So it's really important to think about this question. Just increasing your price a little doesn't cost a lot of money. So if customers are accepting, you've just become more profitable, and that's an awesome thing. The units that you sell are a function of three different things: the number of customers that you have, the units that you purchase in each transaction, and the frequency of those purchases. So let's break that down. If you're a brand new business and don't have customers, you'll need to find them. If everyone in your town or area is a customer already, you may need to look for customers somewhere else. Also, if you're launching a new product or service, you'll definitely have to find new customers. Every business should be doing something to find new customers in their marketing. Every 4 to 6 months, look at your business and decide if you need to find more customers. And if you do, allocate your marketing budget accordingly. This is a step that lots of companies overlook because they need to check marketing off their list and they just ask somebody to do something for them. There are lots of experts out there who can help you gather new customers. Advertisers, web designers, search engine optimization or SEO experts, social media experts, and they're great if you're looking for new customers. But if you're not, be confident in that decision, set your budget accordingly, and don't get sucked in. If you're an established business, are you getting all the sales that you can from the customers who already know you? During the pandemic lockdowns, a restaurant near me didn't miss a beat. They sell home-cooked comfort food with lots of local ingredients and at a very high price. They developed strong relationships with their customers over the years through social media, online orders, and in-person visits. And when the pandemic hit, they really used those relationships. They started offering frozen versions of their favorites. They organized themselves to offer takeout. And when they did that, they didn't just sell the meal, they sold other things like dessert, like an appetizer, like maybe a frozen meal for another time. They limited the numbers of dinners that they sold each night, which might lead you to believe that they limited their sales, but you had to book a full week in advance to be able to order their takeout service. They had such close relationships with their customers that they were able to connect with them every week to let them know what was on the menu, and people were ordering in droves. They continued to deliver great food and great service, just in a different way. And people were even ordering more often because it was a great option and it was a favorite of theirs. When the restaurant opened up for customers, it didn't matter what the restrictions were. They were able to sell out of their stock every night. In this story, there are two really important considerations. The restaurant owners were not looking for new customers. They were really trying to market to the people who already knew and loved them. They focused on encouraging those loyal customers to buy a full dinner, from appetizers right through dessert and maybe something for the next day. Those people might not have ordered all of that in the restaurant. They were also connecting with customers on a weekly basis to share what they would be serving for the week, and they encouraged those people to buy more often. Did you know that finding new customers can cost somewhere between 5 to 7 times more than just connecting with the people who already know and love you? My first marketing question for established businesses is always, what are you doing to connect with the customers that already know and love you? Because it works and because it's the least expensive and most effective marketing that you can do. Whether you sell products or services, there are always ways to help customers buy something more from you. Can you sell a dessert with a meal? Can you sell styling products with a haircut? Can you sell services when you sell a phone or a computer? Can you sell anything that will help people enjoy or use your products more fully? Additionally, there are ways to encourage current customers to buy from you more often. In some cases, this might be a purchase of a lifetime, so this might not be the case for you. But in all other businesses, there are lots of ways to get people to come in more often. Inviting customers in your restaurant to come back for special dinners or a Valentine's Day special or lunch coupons when they're typically dinner customers. Giving Christmas shoppers a fun reason to come back in January is a great way to encourage people to come back more often. Or telling customers about favorite items that are coming in and selling out, or maybe about new things that you're bringing in for the next season. For most businesses that have been around for a while, I encourage them to look for ways to sell more often to their current customers. These people should be easy to reach, especially if you're collecting customer information like email addresses or developing communities online. You can also connect with them less expensively than you can finding new customers. These people know and appreciate what you have to sell, and they are ready to visit again. Just open the door for them. Finally, your current customers can be an asset for your company. They can be even more valuable than your name or your physical assets of the company. If you develop a really loyal customer group and they tell their friends about what you offer, you'll be developing a really valuable asset for your company. And it's something that can be worth a lot to a future buyer. So definitely something to consider. This is a huge topic, so there are 2 challenges for you after this video. The first one is to examine your pricing strategy. This worksheet asks a lot of tough questions, but they're important. If you get to the end and believe that your price covers the cost of offering your product or service to your customers and it brings them good value, maybe you don't need to make any adjustments to your price. But if you find that you're not competitive or you're asking too much for the value that you offer, you may want to consider some pricing changes. It's just one way to make more money. In the second worksheet, look at ways you can focus your marketing efforts on either new customers or your existing customers. Decide which you need more, and then look through the lists of suggested tactics. There's lots of great ideas right there, and it may help you generate some of your own ideas as well. I suggest you go through the list once and check off the ideas that are appealing to you and fit your business needs, and then go back through it again and really be specific about 1, 2, maybe 3 different things that you can do over the next 3 to 6 months to make a difference. There will always be things on your marketing to-do list. The trick is to narrow them down and focus on the tactics that will give you the best bang for your marketing dollar.